lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masanggamaw, #1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Wait.
It's
Good
now
evening,
exactly
and
6
welcome
o'clock.
to koolNews at 6. I am Cairo.
And I'm Dream Car Karaoke, tapping our news tonight. At this 6 o'clock, Philippines to get $500 million military aid from the U.S. The Philippines will receive $500 million in foreign military financing from the United States as Washington's help for Manila's efforts to modernize its military and the Coast Guard. According to the U.S. Defense Chief Lloyd Austin, after the 2+2 ministerial dialogue with State Secretary Antony Blinken, Department of National Defense Chief Gibo Diodoro, and Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo in Manila, the level of funding is unprecedented. Recently approved by the U.S. Congress, the large funding is proof of the Biden administration support to the Philippines amid challenges it faces in the West Philippine Sea. To defend the Philippine sovereignty, this is what it's all about. According to Blinken, he made a pronouncement as an acknowledgement that the Philippine sovereignty over the West Philippine Sea is being threatened. He said the U.S. wants to help its allies to be in a better position to help themselves to maintain the status quo. According to Blinken, the foreign military financing will help modernize the armed forces of the Philippines and the Philippine Coast Guard, the two agencies of the front line of protecting the West Philippine Sea. Also in our news tonight, Suzuki Motorcycles offers free service to typhoon-affected riders. The devastating impact of Typhoon Karina has left countless individuals and families grappling with the aftermath. Suzuki recognizes the vital role motorcycles play in the lives of many, serving as transportation and livelihood. In light of this, the company is committed to support its valued customers by ensuring their motorcycles are in optimal condition. Suzuki wants to show solidarity with communities ravaged by Typhoon Karina by launching a free service campaign for motorcycle owners in hard-hit areas. This is a part of the Suzuki Helps, Aids, and Rebuilds, or the SHARE program, under the brand's CSR banner. From August 1 to 3, Suzuki will be providing complimentary service and checkups as well as oil changes and discounts on essential parts together with partner dealers across 22 branches in the NCR, Cavite, Rizal, Bulacan, Pampanga, and Tarlac. According to the marketing department head, Daigo Morikawa, we sympathize with our customers in the wake of this typhoon. By offering this free service campaign, we hope to alleviate some of the burden and provide much needed assistance to those affected. Suzuki motorcycle owners in the specified areas can avail of the following benefits: free service and checkup, free oil change, receive 1 free extra oil, parts discount, enjoy 30% off on oil filter cover, O-ring, drain plug gasket, and air filter element. They encourage all affected motorcycle owners to take advantage of this initiative and prioritize the safety and reliability of their vehicles. Also in our news tonight, the kick-off ceremony in celebration of Indonesia's 79 years of independence. Indonesian Network Diaspora, or the IDN, in Manila and nearby areas gathered in the early morning of July 27 to kick off the celebration of Indonesia's National Day. The ceremony started in a 4-kilometer fun walk from the embassy on South Cedo Street, traversing to Ayala Avenue, going to the Alaya Triangle, and back to the starting line. Held at the Indonesian Embassy in Makati City, the event was led by Indonesian Ambassador Agus Wijojo with MME Rani Wijojo and the embassy home and local staff. Indonesia will celebrate its 79th anniversary of independence this August 17th. Also, the NBI director to Alice Guo, turn yourself in, face Senate hearings. NBI Director Jaime B. Santiago urged suspended Mayor Alice Guo to turn herself in and attend sessions at the Senate. Guo has been cited in contempt and ordered arrested by the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality for failing to attend the committee sessions. The Senate Committee has been conducting hearings in the alleged illegal activities of Pogos. In the course of the hearings, Guo nationality has been questioned. Santiago assured Guo, hindi siya madilihado pag sa akin siya sumusuko. Sumuko siya sa Senate, umattend siya ng hearing. Santiago reminded that no court has issued any warrant of arrest against Guo. Added by Santiago, what we have is a Senate warrant because of her non-attendance. Guo has been suspended by the Office of the Ombudsman and criminal and administrative charges filed by the Department of Interior and Local Government. She and several other respondents have been named in non-bailable qualified trafficking in persons complaint filed before the Department of Justice. Guo also has not attended at least 2 hearings on the preliminary investigation being conducted by the DOJ's panel of prosecutors. Plus, the ERC lifts reserve market settlement suspension. The Energy Regulatory Commission has finally lifted the suspension of earlier imposed of the settlement of traded capacities in the co-optimized reserve market. Hence, customers will have the brace for added cost burden in their forthcoming electric bills. With the lifting of the settlement suspension, the uncollected amounts during the enforcement of that rule will already be recouped and passed on to payers in the next electric bills. The ERC had instructed the Independent Electricity Market Operator of the Philippines, the operator of the wholesale electricity spot market, to recalculate the resulting reserve trading amounts for the billing periods of February and March 2024 and adjust the value for the remaining 70% of the month of March billing. The ERC qualified that the lifting of the suspension paves the way for the resumption of full operations of trading of reserves in the WESM for contracted and merchant plants, thereby improving grid security. In that specified ruling, the Commission similarly extended the interim relief it granted for the adoption and implementation of the proposed PDM, albeit with some additional conditions. Also in our news, provincial news, supposedly, Police Brigade General Jack Wangki, the PRO6 chief, is confident that the new small-town lottery operator in Iloilo will curb illegal gambling in the province. He confirmed that the Eagle Roar Gaming Corporation has started STL operations in Iloilo. According to Wangki, with the existence of the legal operator, we can lessen illegal gambling. Iloilo supposedly consists of 42 towns, and the component city of Pasig has not had a licensed STL operator for some time after the PCSO closed 7 Aces Games and Amusement Corporation. Iloilo Province Police Chief Police Colonel Ronaldo Palomo was sworn and replaced by Police Colonel Bayani Razalan for alleged non-performance in the campaign against illegal gambling. The alleged non-performance of Iloilo Province Police Office surfaced after the 7 Aces Games and Amusement Corporation was shut down. He said that he recently met PCSO General Manager Mel Robles and expressed support to the new STL operator in Iloilo. Also in our news tonight, man electrocuted to death in Cagayan. A 25-year-old man died and his companions were injured after they were electrocuted in Barangay Ibulo. The fatality was identified as Maximo Ricarte Jr. and his companions Virgilio Cabaruan, Edison Calutong, Brando Ramos, and Maximo Ricarte Sr. were transferring a solar light post when the pole accidentally touched as
live wire. Maximo Jr. was unconscious and later on declared dead. Also, man stabbed dead by nephew over old grudge. A 54-year-old man was allegedly stabbed to death by his nephew due to an old grudge in Barangay Mambaroto, Sipalay City, Negros Occidental. The police identified the victim as Jolito Mahilom. Lieutenant Colonel Fernando Somblingo Jr., the Sipalay police chief, said the victim was having a drinking session in the house of his sister-in-law when his 32-year-old nephew arrived and joined them. Minutes later, the heated argument ensued between them. The companions pacified them, but the suspect stabbed his uncle on their way home. The victim sustained a stab wound in the stomach and was declared dead in the hospital. The suspect was arrested. Now for more news, here's Asper coming right up at koolNews at 6. It's now 6:11. We'll be right back.
continuing the news, here's Cairo.
Thank you very much, Dreamcar. And now let's continue with our headlines as another measure seeking to repel the low taxing Philippine offshore gaming operators, POGOs, has been filed in the Senate. Senator Joel Villanueva called for the permanent cancellation of POGO license issued by the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation in his Senate Bill number 2752, which was filed days after President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ordered the ban of all POGOs in the country. In compliance with President Marcos' directive, we must ensure that no POGO in the Philippines can be traced, Villanueva said in a statement on Tuesday. Although Villanueva Senate Bill number 2752, POGOs are given 30 days from the effectivity of the proposed laws to cease their operations. Failure or refusal of the firms to close operations shall subject the responsible officers to imprisonment of 12 to 20 years or a fine of 100 million pesos or both, and will subject the foreign offenders to the deportation of their service of sentence, the bill states. It also mandates the Bureau of Internal Revenue to continue collecting unpaid taxes from POGOs even after the repeal of Republic Act 11590 or the Act taxing POGO signed in 2021. According to Villanueva, the POGO tax law amended the National International Revenue Code to improve the collection of taxes from POGOs and impose additional taxes aside from the franchise tax on their operations. The evidence of crimes and social ills from POGO operations immersively overwhelm the benefits the Filipinos get from the taxes they pay, Villanueva pointed out. A similar measure was filed by Senator Sharon Gatchalian, chairperson of the Committee on Ways and Means, last May. While he acknowledged that the POGO industry has undoubtedly boosted the Philippines economy, he also stressed it led the Philippines to grapple with the surge in POGO-related crimes. It looks like McDonald's isn't doing well as McDonald's same-store sales fall for first time since 2020. They're not loving it. McDonald's global same-stores fell for the first time in nearly 4 years in the second quarter as inflation worry consumers keep eating out or chose cheaper options. The company said it's working on fixes like meal deals and new menu items, but it expects same-store sales to be down for the next few quarters. Consumers still recognize us as the value leader versus our key competitors. It's clear that our value leadership gap has recently shrunk, McDonald's chairman, president, and CEO Chris Zinke said Monday during a conference call with investors. We are looking to fix that with pace. Sales at locations open at least a year fell 1% in the April to June period, the first decline since the fourth quarter of 2020 when the pandemic shuttered stores and millions stayed home. In the US, same-store sales fell nearly 1%. McDonald's saw fewer customers, but it said those who came spent more because of price increases. Kempensinski Sky defended the higher menu prices, saying the cost for paper, food, and labor increased as much as 40% in some markets over the last few years. It's an issue that goes beyond the Chiago's burger giant. Customer traffic at U.S. fast food restaurants fell 2% in the first half of the year compared to the same period a year ago, according to Circana, a market research company. David Portolatin, a food industry advisor for Circana, expects high inflation and rising consumer debt will also dent traffic in the second half of 2024. McDonald's also reported lower store traffic in France and the Middle East, where people have been boycotting the chain because of a perception that it supports Israel in the war in Gaza. Kempensinski said weak consumer sentiment in China has customers fleeing to lower-priced rivals. McDonald's warned in April that more of its inflation-worried customers were seeking better value and affordability. The company introduced a $5 meal deal at U.S. restaurants on June 25, which was late in this financial reporting period. McDonald's U.S. President Joe Erlinger said Monday that $5 meal deal sales are running ahead of expectations and are getting lower-income consumers back into McDonald's stores. Erlinger said 93% of McDonald's franchisees have agreed to run the promotion through August. Other countries such as Germany and the United Kingdom are also seeing success with meal deals, the company said. But Singh Sky said McDonald's needs to be providing broader value and boosting that message with better marketing. Trying to move the consumer with one item or a few items is not sufficient for the context that we're in, he said. New menu items are also in the works. The company is testing its value-oriented Big Arch Double Burger in 3 international markets through the end of this year, Singh Sky said. For the second quarter, revenue was flat at $6.5 billion and just off the $6.6 billion that Wall Street was expecting, according to analysts polled by FactSet. The company's net income fell 12% to $2 billion or $2.80 per share. Excluding one-time items such as restructuring charges, McDonald's earned $2.97 per share. That was far from the per share profit of $3.07 that interest rate analysts had forecast. Investors appeared satisfied with the plans McDonald's has to reverse its slide. McDonald's share rose 4% in morning trading Monday. Kim Jo-ae, the 12-year-old daughter of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, is seen as being groomed for succession, a lawmaker who attended a meeting of the Intelligence Committee of the National Assembly to reporters Monday. According to the National Intelligence Survey, Kim Jo-ae is being suggested as the most likely successor in the regime as her succession training is currently underway, said Representative Lee Song-Tae-won of the ruling People Power Party, who attended the meeting Monday, where officials of intelligence authorities testified. This is in line with the National Intelligence Service view of Kim Jo-ae as the likely successor in January. Pyongyang is keenly aware of the North Korean people's reaction to Kim Jo-ae's public appearance, leading the regime to adjust the frequency of her media exposure, noted the two-term lawmaker. Kim Jo-ae last appeared before North Korean state media in May for the first time in 2 months as she accompanied her father at the opening of the newly built Jeonwi Street in Pyongyang. She has made 29 public appearances since November 2022, including 7 appearances this year. Another lawmaker who attended the committee meeting, Representative Park Sung-won of the main opposition Democratic Party of Korea, said Monday that the North Korean state media's reference to Kim Jong-ae as a young doll indicates that she is ahead of her siblings in North Korea's succession planning, but he did not rule out the possibility that one of her siblings could move to the forefront later on. Meanwhile, conservative lawmaker Lee also revealed that Kim Jong-un's health has deteriorated. He said Kim Jong-un weighs about 114 kilograms and his body mass index is around 45, way above the upper end of the desired range of 25. South Korea's intelligence authorities are closely monitoring the North Korean leader's health-related data as Kim, age 40, who already has shown symptoms of hypertension and diabetes since his early 30s, is prone to cardiovascular disease if no actions are taken to improve his health condition, according to Representative Lee. Park of the Democratic Party said the North Korean leader's health problems may stem from stress, as well as excessive smoking and drinking. And finally, in entertainment showbiz news, Little Woman star Saoirse Ronan has tied the knot with actor Jack Walden in the secret ceremony in Scotland, as confirmed by several U.S. media outlets. According to Scottish civil marriage registry documents cited by People magazine, the couple said their I do's in Edinburgh last weekend. The Irish Independent reported that the wedding has been kept under wraps and only selected individuals were present, and they were sworn to secrecy. In October, Rona sparked engagement rumors after she was spotted with a diamond ring on her left hand at the Brett event in Paris. The couple started dating after working together for the period film Mary Queen of Scots in 2018 and have managed to maintain their relationship low-key ever since. The Lady Bird actress and Lawton previously co-founded the production company Arcade Pictures and have talked highly about working with each other. So I completely trust his eye. And I know what when he says something's working, it really is because he doesn't ever sugarcoat anything. So I think that really helps having someone that you really trust. And he's a sort of typical Scot. When there is a problem, he's the first one to try it and solve it, said Ronan in 2022. The woman is a force of nature on and off screen, and utterly fearless and a brilliant leader as well. For being 24 years old, it's just constantly amazing to me. Not just her work, but how she is on a set is amazing, experts Sloden at the time. And that is it for Cool News at 6. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back with more headlines later with Cool News Prime Time at 9. Until then, I am Carlo.
And I'm Dream Karaoke, and you've been listening to Cool FM, the station that cares for you. Have a good evening, stay safe, and take care. It's now 6:29.